You're right there guys, welcome to a new week, welcome back to the channel. It is that time where I take one of your teams and give it a review. And let me tell you, the last time I asked you guys to send in your squads, I had tons upon tons, so I really appreciate that. Some of you left out your custom tactics, others left out their player instructions. So please just remember, write your custom tactics, player instructions, and then leave a link to your team. You can drop it in the comments or you can tweet me, it's up to you. At Fuji720p is my Twitter link or handle, whatever it's called. Drop a like guys on the video. If we can get over 1,000, that'd be fantastic. If you're needing game codes or anything game related, head over to g2a.com, use the code Fuji for cashback, and let's do it. So this team right here, guys, was sent in from Kurt 33365. Thank you ever so much, Kurt. He left his custom tactics, player instructions, and the team itself, and I really do like the look of it. So not only am I going to give you guys a breakdown of every single player, I'll tell you how it played as a team and if I got on with the custom tactics. So what I decided to do was play 5 games with his tactics and a couple of extra games just to see if I could tweak them a little bit and get a little more out of the team and the way it was playing. So going through the full squad, we've got Navas in goal. Some people like him, some people dislike him. I've got to say that he was one of those goalkeepers that I used for a while on the road to glory. Literally the first couple of episodes, and he wasn't bad. Yes, he does make a mistake now and again, but all keepers do, so Navas isn't a bad keeper. Right back position, I cannot remember for the life of me if I've ever used this guy before. Pereira, he didn't use his inform version, but he does have an inform card on the game, and I didn't feel his physical stats to be that bad. He was really quick, his recovery speed, so I honestly wouldn't mind going to bring his inform card into my club if I were to use him again, because he was pretty good. Rafael Varane in that centre back position with Team of the Year PK, 95 rated, and if you weren't aware, this Team of the Year card actually got boosted, upgraded. I've never ever seen that before happen. Well, I don't think it's happened ever. So his pace went up to 74, and his card looks fantastic, but he does have high defensive work rates, which I was a little bit concerned about. The 314,000 coins is relatively cheap for a Team of the Year. Then again, it is a defender, so some people are reluctant to spend that amount on a defender. Left back position, Alba, fantastic card. In that centre mid position, when I picked this team out of all of them that were sent in, I was looking at Fabregas. And this is why I like to review your team, is because personally I would never use Fabregas in a 4-3-2-1 out wide as a wide centre mid. He just doesn't have the pace to cut it for me, and I like to spread the play using more or less like skillful midfielders, and Fabregas just doesn't tick those boxes. But it was interesting to see if he was going to play well. Good stats, 88 dribbling, 92 passing. He didn't score any goals for me though, which was interesting because he has high attacking work rates. I thought he would get himself into better positions, but it could be down to the custom tactics that I was using. So 102,000 coins, that was pretty cheap. Kante in the midfield, he didn't use the upgraded Kante. He has in fact used the upgraded Cyprian. This is basically Kante version 2. If you dropped in Ghana Gay's inform, you'd have another Kante, but these two, it is the combo from hell. You do not want to come up against Kante, let alone another Kante. It's just crazy. But I will get into what I liked and disliked about Cyprian. His passing and shooting, yeah. To be honest, it was like the experience that I had with Ghana Gay. He was great, good tackling, nice strength. Just when he was going forward, it was lacking just the creativity and the finishing. But in the right wing position, we do in fact have Willian, Gabriel Jesus. I used his one to watch card when I did that review when he was first released. Coming to this card, which is supposed to be exactly the same, he played different, and I mean in a good way. Fantastic finishing, through on goal using his left foot, his right foot. I thoroughly enjoyed him, and he was one of the best players in this team. And then to finish it off, we do have Martial. Everybody uses Martial, you just can't get away from him. 90% of the squad sent in, everyone's got Martial, man. So if you want to mix it up for me, please do. Nah, I'm only joking, it's all good. So anyway, custom tactics and player instructions. We'll start off with player instructions. All 3 attackers he told to get in behind. Stay back while attacking, aggressive interceptions for every single one. Apart from, well, the centre mid on the left, centre mid on the right, they didn't have stay back while attacking. He just told the middle centre back, the middle centre mid to stay back while attacking, and the 2 fullbacks are to stay back while attacking. Custom tactics that he was using though, I don't know if I like the pressure so low. As you know, I'm not the best at tackling, and I prefer to win the ball higher up the pitch. So if you do have your pressure low, it's inviting your opponent to take possession against you and really bombard your defense. With his speed though, he set it to 70, his passing is neutral on 50, also his chance creation is on 50. And I'll get into what I liked about the team. Just to hold possession at times, take my time. With the chance creation, I would honestly bring that up a little bit. It felt stale in the attack at times, so if you bring that up to around 65-70, you'll see a little bit more happening in the team. Crossing to 60, 55 shooting, free-form positioning, and the pressure, aggression, and team width are pretty similar to mine, to be honest, well, my old tactics especially. So if you want to note those down and copy the team, but before you go and build it, let's go take a look how it played in game. So the team cost me roughly 490,000 coins to build. The main reason, Team of the Year PK, and 88 rated Fabregas. Wow, that is a lot of coins. If you were to drop out those 2 special items, then I would possibly recommend it. He has those 2 special items though, so let's round it up. 500,000 coins for this team? No way. You can build a much better side with 500,000, but I respect Kerr. I don't know his history behind this squad. He might have had it for a while and decided to upgrade some of the cards or even just test them out. So the 2 special cards, I personally would say it's not worth it looking at the team, and I can see like improvements that need to be made. But if he's comfortable with it, then fair play to him. What I will say, in the midfield, that's where it's struggling. You've got 2 players that are pretty much identical. Kante and Kante version 2 or version 3. How many Kante-like players have we got on the game? But Cyprian, he's powerful. He breaks up the play. He's not really good with his feet, and he's not good at passing and just getting things going. It's like Kante. They've been brought in to regain possession, but then you need playmakers to pass it to. Fabregas is actually really good on the ball, and he's got some fantastic dribbling. Out wide in a left centre mid position, I just didn't feel that he was making much of an impact. His pace, it wasn't that much of a problem. I've got to be honest, his pace wasn't the problem. I would just much prefer Fabregas if he was brought into the middle, so then he could start dictating the play and just get on the ball a little bit more. So in the midfield, yes, you've got Fabregas, great card. Kante, awesome. Cyprian, not bad, just he isn't one of those attacking type playmakers to go forward and get you goals. With the defense, one thing I do want to mention, his custom tactics, he had low pressure. When I look at low pressure, it's another form of part of the bus. It's just another way of putting it. And if you think about you being 1 or 2 goals up in a game and you stick it on part of the bus, it's inviting your opponent to take control of the game. Take possession, and they're going to bombard your defense over and over until a crack starts to form and they're going to get a goal. And with the way I play, I'm not the best of defenders, so I prefer to win the ball around the midfield, and that's what you guys have got to understand. How would you like playing? It's no good taking someone else's custom tactics and saying, oh, this doesn't work, because maybe they're not playing like you're playing. So it's just really a learning process. Get into grips with how you play, and maybe finding someone that has a similar style where you can take their tactics and improve your own game. Defensively though, you've got Team of the Year PK that I didn't think was going to be as good as he was. He was definitely getting into nice tackles and blocks. Rafael Varane, I've gone a little bit off of his card. Maybe it's just because I've been using so many other better quality defenders, and his positioning just seems a little bit dodgy at times. But those 2 defenders together, they weren't so bad. Pereira, happy with him, didn't feel that he was an issue. His physical stats weren't too bad at all. So if you've got coins, bring in his inform, and Jordi Alba finished off the defense quite well. In the attack though, Willian didn't get any goals for me at all, and that is down to his custom tactics and the way he basically has set out the team. So you don't have all of the cards, or all of the players I should say, really overlapping and just causing havoc. It's compose, you can pick out a pass. I didn't score too many goals with the side, but Gabriel Jesus, he turned up in this team, and he was arguably the best player. Scoring goals just felt really good, and I'm starting to learn when I'm running through on goal is to let go of the trigger just before I shoot. I have a habit of holding it, and maybe that's why I'm not so clinical in front of goal. I'm taking that off, and honestly, Gabriel Jesus felt fantastic going through on goal. His finesse shots with both feet, just Willian turning up and just creating chances and setting it across to Gabriel Jesus, and you had Martial as well that was scoring goals. It wasn't a bad team, I've got to say, but I would recommend bringing up the chance creation to 65-70, and for me anyway, I'd sort out the pressure. I'd bring that up to around like 55-60. But the team, I'm going to give it a 3, and I was going to say 3.5. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. It's got some fantastic players. Those are for you to take away. Gabriel Jesus, I really enjoyed him. Fabregas, use him as a middle centre mid. Team of the Year PK for 300,000. It's a good price, but I personally wouldn't bring him into my main squad. So thanks ever so much for watching, guys. If you got teams, send them in, drop them in the comments, and I'll see you soon. Peace out.